Alright, another lap. Kept the 1180. I just grabbed my old 55 skinny for a point of difference. So 1180, 55 skinny, silly short advance plus, 72 pro mast, 82 dragonfly 2, what is it, 121 litres, 21 wide. Noticing the size over the surf, to be honest, but it is 10 litres more or 11 litres more, so it does make sense. This one is 6.5 kilos, the surf is 6.2 kilos and shorter. So something to be had there, like if you can get a smaller mass board but have it a good enough footprint that it works for you, that's worth something. So maybe it's worth, you know, for me, maybe the wider board, maybe a bit. So say 100, what's 100 litres like if it's 21 wide and 8 too long? So the same as this board but just thinner. Maybe that's still awesome. I don't know. Things to be considered here, to be honest. And then little breakthrough with socks on the slippery stones. My feet are just too smooth, it seems. I feel like I'm on ice skates on those slippery rocks. Touched down the board on the last one and get a slight split in the epoxy. I don't think it's through, but it's something. Stairs are like a 45-degree staircase, maybe steeper. Not ideal. The bumps look pretty good. Actually, the bumps look similar, but the wind looks good. Have a look there. Out to sea while I take my socks off. Oh no, I need my socks for this part. Damn it. Okay. So yeah, it looks good out there. Couple of fishermen. Some white caps. Filming this part, thinking you might get to see a slip. Alright, getting better at that. It looks like the tide's going out. skinny on. I don't normally use that rear foil, probably know. I mean, I used to. And what was probably only a few months ago, but it feels like forever now. Nice spot, a little bit of breeze. Nice big board for stability. Like honestly, it's like a washing machine here to bounce back. This is when that 21 board really pays dividends. Civilized about this takeoff if we can. Build some forward speed. Woo. Not easy. Should probably paddle out a bit further in the future. A lot of energy going with you here. Just take some of that energy away from it running over your foil. Much more solid platform at the lower speeds, having the 55 skinny versus the 40. So you pop it out of the water. Cut right. Our destination's that beach to the right. Around the point. Off my flow, so I had to turn back onto a bump to try and energize myself. And then once I have a bit of speed, I can kind of direct my trajectory where I want. Yeah, pitch stability is far more evident with the bigger rear. I forget what that's like. The short fuse keeps it playful though, which is nice. Let's see if we can downhill this thing. What is this? The Bubbling Corn. Juvenile. What's the singular for fish? The fish is also plural. Not a great one, but just a little rest. I'll keep going right. Other one sort of up here, so I'll chase it down. A couple of pumps to get down it. Turn back across the waves. Look for the next section. Okay, we rolled straight into this one. Nice. Bump here. We're going to use that. We're going to delay and now turn into it. Turn into it. So we got 2 turns onto that thing. We swept into the next one. We've gone back to it. 4 turns. That bump gave us 4 turns. And then we'll just go down the line. Let the swells come this way across us. So we're not chasing them, just parallel. Turn down one we want. Just for a break, and then we'll keep hunting. It's like a good one here. We'll turn into it. Is that because there's rocks underneath? Could be. Riding high, avoid the rocks. Up here. Hesitate, drop, fall back. You know, they're not clean bumps, and they're not immediately obvious. You know, it's all crossed up. Turn on it just for a second, hoping for something better. I can look out to sea, but none of that crap comes to you anyway, so I'm always looking ahead. Bump forming here. And by bump I just mean like a lump of water. And a lump of water has sides, you know, it has front and a back and a side, and then you can use those sides like waves. So I'm looking actually for a plateau, knowing that a plateau is probably going to pull something decent behind it. Breach. Pretty fun connies. Shame we don't get a longer run, but what are you gonna do? Gotta do what you can, ride what you can, when you can. Bumps don't really follow our schedule very well. Okay, so that, again, eyes opened a little bit again. You know, I've gone off using the bigger rear foils because they're a bit draggy. But you know what, like, if there's excess energy, you don't need to be that efficient. So then when I stick on this big rear, I get more feel and more time at the bottom end. So I've got a bit of a platform that I can pump off that is a bit bigger than if it was just the front foil with a tiny rear. So your system increases in platform, that's quite noticeable, and it's less likely to just drop out from under you because you've got more surface area and more water flow over your foils. So that's nice, and I don't exactly need to go quick because the bumps aren't very quick, and if I was going quicker I'd need to find places to go. So you know, there's still times for these big foils that I'm still figuring out. I've been using the cut down 45 to 265. It is a little bit pitch unstable compared to the 40 uncut. So something to be aware of. I probably don't need it cut down, and that's what Dylan said too. He found he didn't actually need it cut down to 265. So his favourite one is actually cut to 300. Something to note. My 35 is cut down to 270, and that is very pitch unstable, but it's very efficient. So in ultralight wind, I get reduced drag, more glide, more bang for my buck, but it does leave me a bit with a small fulcrum on front of it on that front foil, which is fine because I've got the skills to manage it, and it's less likely to slow down. Like in that scenario, ultralight wind, if I had a bigger rear foil instead, yes, I'll get more of a platform to stand on and to pump from, but it's going to have it's like having a handbrake on a couple of clicks. You know, you're going to get pulled to that slow point, and then you're less efficient, so ultimately you end up using more energy. So if you can get away with a small foil, great, go for it. If things get too intense, then you can actually use a bigger rear foil to slow down your forward speed. Because there was one day when it was 16 knots onshore-ish, and I had my cut down 35 with the 1401, and boy, that 1401 was just unleashed, running free, building speed, but too much speed. It was like a bull let loose inside a china shop. Had all the speed and power, but it was just unruly and just really didn't want to be there. It was the wrong environment for it. I would have been better off with a full length 40, full span 40. That would have just tempered down the top end of the 1401, just held a bit of drag and stopped it from going into this range where it's really kind of unusable when it's loaded up. So anyway, going on a bit, but yeah, so I just used the 55 skinny, and that's all that went through my mind then. So you're welcome to it, you're brave enough. And then see if I get another run in. My girlfriend still isn't wetsuited up, so that must mean she's going to drive me for another run. She's not feeling it today, which is fair, but I'll try and get her psyched and in the water. Alright, be good everyone, look after yourselves, and see you on the next one. Phew.